Because all we are is a network of conversations. That's all we are as human beings. We're a network of conversations.
How are you getting yourself in the room? How are you doing that? How are you adding value? How are you connecting in that way? And that's what we're going to be talking about right now, transforming obstacles into cash flow. So someone might say, hey, Darren, that's really hard to get into those rooms, right? Or how did you get into those rooms? Like, can you tell us a little bit of your story and how that worked and then how you grew that into your businesses, into cash flow?
I'll show you something practically right here in my home office here.
Let's go.
So I have a must-meet list. So this is 100 people on this list. So, you see in the news media, they have the America's Most Wanted list. This is a must-meet list. So I had a virtual assistant, cost me a couple $100, and I hired a virtual assistant to actually put this all together, do all the research for me, and create a must-meet list. Every time I meet one of these people, I put a star beside their name. And so the key thing is these are all influencers. Some of them have passed away now in the last year or so, but I have multiple must-meet list boards. And so the key thing is your target is, who do you want to get access to? So who are you studying, who you're reading, who you're learning about, who's trending right now, who's influential, these men and women, and then how can you get access to them? So somebody that you respect and admire in your industry, or you see on media attention or on the internet, you're thinking, man, I'd love to meet with that person and have access to that person, because proximity is power. So what I do is I play a game, and it's a contact game, because networking is a contact sport. So what I do is I create my must-meet list, and if you want to see it, it's in the book. I actually have it in the back of the book here, the must-meet list in my book I created called Until I Become, to show people visually what it looks like. But the key thing is think about going forward, what's the ideal lifestyle that you want to live on your terms? Like when you see people out in public or on the internet or on the media, who are these people? And what if you get access to spend time with these people? Because all we are is a network of conversations. That's all we are as human beings. We're a network of conversations. When you realize that anything you really want in your life is going to come from strangers, we're just a network of conversations. So the key thing is that what I do is I put these people on my must-meet list, as you see back there on the wall, and then I just start having conversations with people and saying, this is what I'm committed to. I want to meet these people. And, everybody has a chiropractor, a massage therapist, a doctor. Everybody knows, because back in 1967, Stanley Milgram did a wonderful case study called The Law of 6 Degrees of Separation. And what Stanley Milgram discovered is that we were 6 degrees of separation from everybody on planet Earth. Now, because of the internet and social media, we're now less than 3 degrees of separation from anybody on planet Earth. So the key thing is that we live in a world of connectivity. And so first of all, is write down on paper, who do you want to meet? And then start thinking about your life and follow them on social media. Who's following them? Who's interacting with them? Who's engaging with them? And you'd be amazed in a very short period of time. I take my iPhone and I put people's names in my phone who I've never met yet. And I play this game. And within 12 to 24 months, I start meeting these people, because the mindset is I'm acting as if I've already met them. So I'm building a personal relationship like as if I already know them. And I start to follow these people in terms of what's some points of interest, what's their birth date, what's their wedding anniversary, what's their spouse or partner, significant other, what's their name, what's their children's names, what are things that matter most to these people. So when I meet these people, I can pull up information on them and tell you all kinds of data points on them. So if I have to sneak off to a restroom, if I walk into a charity event or an airport and there's that person I want to meet who's on my must-meet list, or I'm on an airplane and, oh my gosh, there's so-and-so who's on my must-meet list, I can excuse myself for a couple minutes, look at my phone, look at my data points, like, oh my gosh, now I know how to go up to that person and start to establish and build rapport so they get to know me and like me and trust me about building relationship equity. Because I want to be relational and not transactional. I want to be memorable versus forgettable.
Amazing. So much wisdom there. And I want to think of, maybe we can bring this to life now, right? So
Sure.
You're identifying it. You are, in a sense, creating a way to track that and to have some fun with it, creating like a game, right? And then you're studying and reading and learning about these folks, right? And they're inspiring you, but you're thinking, hey, look, if I can get in the room and I can build rapport and I can learn from somebody and I can connect with somebody, I'm going to level up my leadership. I'm going to level up my ability to make a difference in more people's lives. That's a fair summary so far, yes?
Yes, absolutely.